This project will compare the scene with Meyer Wolfsheim from both films. We look at 4 components: setting, Wolfsheim's character, Nick's reaction, and the choice of music.
I can't feel all my pockets peel. Stock market just crash. Now I'm just a bill. History don't repeat itself, it rhymes. 1929 steel.
I enjoyed my lunch. Don't hurry. No, you're very polite, but I belong to another generation. You sit here and discuss your sports.
In the films, the 2 directors have different ideas of the setting where Wolfsheim and Nick first meet. Even subtle things like the use of lighting and color contrast in both scenes. While the Lerman film accentuates vivid colors to capture the era, Clayton's film sets the scene up to be more gray-like, with darker colors to set the mood for Wolfsheim's creepy character.
Turning into a real jazz house, Commissioner! $100 bill, real. That's the Commissioner back there.
In the Lerman film, the illegal activities that Gatsby participates in are much more defined and emphasized. We can see the alcohol being served while the Commissioner and Senator are there.
You be careful with those tables now, Senator.
Meanwhile, in Clayton's film, all the attention is on Wolfsheim because the surroundings are not distracting, nor are any illegal activities present.
He'd never so much as look at your wife.
I'm not married.
But you work on Wall Street, right?
Yes.
Looking at my type, finest specimen of human mold.
Gentlemen?
I see you're looking at my gut button. Finest specimen of human molders.
One of the most notable differences between the 2 scenes is the contrast in choice for Meyer Wolfsheim's role. Wolfsheim was one of the most controversial aspects of the novel, as many have said that the World Series fixing, molar-wearing billionaire represented major anti-Semitic tones. Clayton and Lerman casted Wolfsheim differently in the 2 films, and personally, I believe each has their strength. The 1974 Wolfsheim, played by Howard Da Silva, originally named Howard Silverblatt, works in the film because he's exactly what the viewer expected after reading the book. He fits the small, flat-nosed Jew persona that Fitzgerald wrote about, and his classic Yiddish pronunciations of words like Oxford are faithful to the plot. On the other hand, in the 2013 version, Lerman goes in the complete opposite direction by casting Bollywood superstar Amitabh Bachchan. While many reviews criticize Lerman for this casting, it works because it keeps pace with the times. In the 1920s, a powerful Jewish banker was seen by the American public as scary, much like a foreign, brown-skinned South Asian man is today after 9/11. Because of this, Bachchan accomplishes Fitzgerald's original desired effect.
Lerman begins the scene by making the characters enter a suspicious entrance. The slow motion that Lerman implements during this entrance highlights Nick's discomfort.
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. This is a nice restaurant, but I like across the street better.
Although in Clayton's film, there is no scene of them entering the restaurant where they meet Wolfsheim, Clayton is still able to express an ominous mood when introducing the idea of Wolfsheim, Gatsby's friend. As we see from the scene, Nick is curious and even alarmed.
That's a very interesting idea.
Yes.
Were you and Mr. Rosenthal close friends?
In Clayton's film, Nick also appears uncomfortable. Both directors portray Nick with an awkward manner. Nick, being an outsider in this situation, reveals how the directors wanted to express Fitzgerald's purpose: to use the scene as a way to develop Gatsby's mysteriousness and highlight Nick's judgmental and bias towards Wolfsheim.
My life has got to be like this. It's got to keep going up.
I've been in several things. I was in the drug business and I was in the oil business, but I'm not either one now, you understand? I happen to run a little business on the side.
Similar to Meyer Wolfsheim's casting, the music is another notable difference between the 2 films. In the 1974 movie, the music is a light jazz tune, which is extremely fitting to the time of the book. However, it fades in and out and is never played above a moderate volume, so it is difficult for the viewer to really notice it. This is consistent with the film, as music choice plays a much bigger role in the 2013 version. Baz Luhrmann makes another controversial interpretation in this scene with his music choice. As Nick Carraway, Jay Gatsby, and Meyer Wolfsheim walk down into the shady restaurant, $100 bill by Jay-Z explodes out to greet the viewer. With a bumping bass and lyrics like "History don't repeat itself, it rhymes, 1929 still," this song is modern yet connected to the time of the book. This fits in perfectly because, while jazz seems ancient today, at its time it was fairly scandalous and criticized, much like rap is now.
Lunch? Don't hurry. No, you're very polite, but I belong to another generation. You sit here and discuss your sports and your young ladies and your... As for me, I'm 60 years old, and I won't impose myself on you any longer.
He becomes very...
I'm going to leave you gentlemen to talk about your sports and your women.
Other people's wives.
Hello, lady.
Who is he anyhow?